Welcome
Hello.
to my channel. You're here with the Star Alchemist, and I'm allow you to introduce yourself.
Yes. So I am Kelsey Starr and I channel from different realms and I mostly channel goddess Isis. So I do the divine feminine channeling, but alchemy is my love and my specialty. So anything I can do to serve and help, that's what I'm here to do. So as you know, when we come from the star realms, we're here or we're born in with this gift and we just need a if you need it I it's akin to source being you're the plug-in rather than plugging
Mm.
into other people.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the more you know yourself, the less you have to, plug into other people. Energy
Mm.
drainers, energy, you know, sometimes that's subconscious. So, mhm.
Yeah, the more you trust yourself, the more you go inward. Because it's a different feeling when people dump on you or project or suggest
Yeah.
a lot of stuff, and you're like, that doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
Mm. And then you kind of feel this pressure, but then what happened to me, what happened with a lot of people, is like it enters like your subconscious mind, and
Mhm.
it's like, wait, did I think of that, or did someone else give me that?
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, is this good for me or is it not?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you get a lot of that where you pick up other people's thoughts, or did you go through that phase? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. I
Mhm.
still do, but I know the difference
Mhm.
because
Mm.
I listen to the gut. I was like, does this excite me? Does this someone else's? I kind of have to shield it out, and then I'm like, no, that's for them. That's
Mhm.
their stuff. Like
Mhm.
when I was living in chaos, oh my goodness, I could pick up on everyone's stuff. I could pick up on the anger, the
Yeah.
entity, the darkness, and I had to transmute it because I can't move forward with that. Like, I can't carry their stuff, and there was a
Mhm.
lot of family stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I went through that because it really connected the dots. It
Mhm.
really connected the dots on why I was a certain way. Hey, why I was a certain way, and I'm like, wait, this was some generational bloodline stuff. I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
they all like this." It's not
Yes.
just me, like, I'm like, "Wait, am I
Yeah.
the only one doing this? Am I the only one have this, shadow part of me?" Like, it was like,
Hey, Carol.
"No."
Yeah. It's so funny too when you see your ancestry, and
Yeah,
because I'm part Native American, so I
okay.
think a lot of people are. I call us all one, but
Yeah,
we're all from the higher realm. So,
yeah.
but I just see it in my generational, on my dad's side, seeing all of that,
Oh, thank
the
you.
patterns coming around.
Say I love your teapot.
Does that person think I'm a guy? Am I on the left?
I'm on I'm on the
Okay, I'm like, wait.
'cause you're a mirror. It's like a mirror.
Okay. It's like you're a mirror. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Um, but I'll notice with that ancestral lineage, it was really hard to see that within the links of being Native American, that was also there was this anger of
Mm,
being it made me extra made me wanted to be sovereign in a even more a
yeah.
sovereign being free from power over systems and things like that. So yeah, I don't know if that resonates with you, but like,
Ye
yeah.
yeah, because it makes you do it's like a pattern.
Mhm.
When you get stuck in a pattern
Mhm.
and when you're stuck, because you know, we have a, we have a subconscious connection with people,
Yeah.
and it's like different, it's like programmed where you're like in a box,
Mhm.
and it's like you wanna go left, but the program's saying right.
Right. Right.
But you're
Yeah.
like stuck, like, "Why keep going right? Why keep going the other way? But I'm gonna go here." But it's like an
Yeah.
invisible wall where when you let down your guard and just let your subconscious mind, like, take over, it's like you're on automatic instead of
Yeah.
being conscious.
Conscious.
Being
Yes.
conscious is knowing that you could go left or right.
It's that choice, right?
Yeah.
And in India, they call it like the wheels of samskara or samsara. So I might not have
Mhm.
said that right, but so it's like a jeep. So if any of you have ridden in that dirt or like mud, we keep going the same route. Our brains are
Mhm.
programmed the same way. So you have to get awakening is part of getting the jeep out of that same route we
Yeah,
take to work every day. And it's just like then
yeah.
you realize that you have the real eyes to
Mhm.
see that we have the gift that in the
Yeah.
shift. So, but it is a part of recognizing the programming and recognizing that piece.
Mhm.
So, girl on the right, are you Taylor Swift?
But she's a star.
Yes. But when I was tuning in, I really feel like we collectively are shooting. Why did I get shooting for the stars? We're definitely people are stepping in and moving roles. So it's
Yeah.
something that I feel is happening, that you go, okay, this is a new role. Some people are taking new jobs that they wouldn't have taken before, but
Mhm.
even being on YouTube or whatever, maybe you don't want to create content anymore. So some people are stepping into other roles. And so then other people step up. It's just sort of like, it's like the light worker lineup.
Yeah. It's like graduation.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you graduate and it's your choice what you want to do. It is life is a movie starring you. So it depends on, we forget that we are infinite creators. So we are the infinite.
Mhm.
So and the divine within us is the source. We talked about that on Instagram. So
Yeah.
that's so sometimes when we hold anger, anger might be coming towards us because it's to
Mhm.
be alchemized. It's to be, you're getting the lesson to release it. So if somebody's angry at you, you might be like, "Oh, either it's their stuff, it's you're a mirror and you're a
Mhm.
catalyst, or you're going, "Oh, okay. I feel a little bit of anger, like something's within me that is a pattern that I might
Yeah.
need to release," right? So, how do you release that, Kurt? How do you release certain things?
Hmm. Music.
Yeah.
Music through music, writing, dancing,
Yeah. Yeah.
walking, like, yeah, different things, or
Yeah.
just crying or something. Real
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
Do
Crying.
different things, like, yeah, people are afraid to
Oh.
feel their own emotions, like, why are you afraid to cry? Why are
Mhm.
you afraid to even be angry? Because
Mhm.
like, some people like, "Oh, master your emotions." Alright, master your emotions doesn't mean don't feel your emotions.
Yeah.
Master the emotions is saying don't react, don't cut someone tires, don't do something
Yeah.
crazy that, that's gonna have, like, a long effect on you. Like, don't react to your
Mhm.
emotion, but
Mhm.
let it sit there, let it come out some
Mhm.
way.
Mhm.
It's not affecting other people that you don't have to yell, because I see it with other people. It's like they hold it in. It's like a volcano. They hold it in for months,
Mhm.
years. They're in a
Mhm.
relationship that's like not for them, and they angry, and they
Mhm.
want to say something. They want to say this. They want to do this, but they keep quiet. So
Yeah.
over the years,
Yeah.
after they had enough, they explode and just do something crazy that lands them in a situation that they don't want to be in.
Right.
Like
And in yeah.
you could have just handed
Yeah.
that when it was there.
Yeah, we need more alchemists and masters so that we know that every emotion, as Tall Black and Beautiful was saying, every emotion is to be observed and
Mhm.
not absorbed.
Yeah.
Even
Or you
labeled.
don't become it. I mean,
Yes, or
you could
you'll
become it, but don't act on
yeah,
it.
yeah. And it's okay. It's okay to be in anger. All
Yeah,
emotions are valid. Yeah.
yeah,
So it's it that's the biggest lesson too is a lot of society we see take an antidepressant, do this, suppress, suppress, suppress.
yeah,
No. Emote, emote, emote. No one is walking around outside and like watching you. Like most
yeah,
people are in their own minds. How do I look? What do I look? Blah, 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 in their
yeah,
programming. So you can go out there and get in the grass, start grounding, or hug a tree, which I do, and it like heals the heart and the neck, so heals the joints,
yeah,
or scream in the forest, do what you have to do to get those emotions out. Or expression is great. Like I'll do stand up
yeah,
comedy. I know you play music and
mhm,
singing. So if you've got anything in your throat that's blocking you from anything, just start
yeah,
singing, humming. I've seen
mhm.
people hum. The tree
The
does.
yes, it does.
It does.
It,
So,
hugs you back.
yeah, osmosis, so it gives us oxygen to breathe. The tree also, so the H2O, there's an osmosis that happens, but within our cells as well, it pulls out a lot. So trees pull out a lot. So, yes, it's so important
I
to
mean, the tree is taking care of you.
yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
without the tree, we wouldn't be here, so why not show that's why, like, it's good to show gratitude to nature and the ants. It's, like, so many bugs, ants, bees
Mhm.
that run the world. You think people run the world? No, people don't run the world. It's man, if things went extinct, things would just dry up,
Yes.
and there'll be no water, and then there'll be no oxygen, and then we couldn't be here.
Yeah.
So, people don't run the world. These things that you can't even see, that you can't even, like you need a microscope to see certain, like algae, certain, beings you
Mhm.
can't see.
Like even mitochondria in it, we're all interconnected in the cell on
Mhm.
cellular level.
Yeah,
Yes, and when you show love to people, you're showing love to yourself because the subconscious mind knows no difference between external or internal. So when you give
yeah,
a compliment, you're also, not to say this is self-serving, but when you're
mm,
giving compliments, you're also complimenting yourself on a subconscious level. So
yeah,
that's so it's so great. But yeah, trees healed my body. So
mhm.
and sea salts in the ocean.
Do you need to love all people? No.
I
No, you
like
don't need to love
chanting.
all people,
I'm like,
no.
I'm like,
No.
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 No is a one word answer for
Yeah,
many people. And that's kind of along your awakening journey, you start to learn who's it's learn and discern who you want to say no to and who you want to show and glow to. So I my biggest thing with light workers and star seeds and enlightened beings is um if you don't say no, you'll learn.
Mm,
It's like you're
yeah.
gonna touch it. The universe will show you the same pattern of person. It'll
Mhm.
be your if you haven't healed the father wound,
Yeah.
there's gonna be a friend, there's gonna be a boss, there's gonna be something that will show you and mirror to you what you need to learn. So, in order to say no and create a boundary,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah, loving everyone can make you hurt. Yeah, because if you're loving people and they're hurting you, and you're trying to expand and love everyone, and then
that's
you
too
don't have
much.
enough for yourself, like, it's
Yeah.
like people just I don't know, you have too much, don't expand, don't
Yeah,
it's too much.
Kurt, we were talking about that. That's when you
Yeah,
see everyone in their higher aspects.
mhm. You said,
Yeah.
"What's the meaning of life?" Oh, the meaning of life, alright, I could sum it up. Meaning of life is to find now also find who you are, to experience who you are
Mhm.
through these lessons, through the experiences. It's the experience that you get the knowledge and you get the wisdom because without you could read the books and stuff like that, but if you don't experience nothing, you're still a baby.
Yep. So, the meaning of life. Wow, geez.
Yeah, you gonna deep.
Mhm. I'm going to my solar and my core right now just to kind of read into this a little bit further. The meaning of life in me, I feel like the goal is to reach a place where you're embodying source consciousness and God consciousness within. So you have, you've experienced all the lessons. You are literally beaming love. So I have a visual of it. You're literally a beacon of love and you are authentically you. So the meaning of life to me is being authentic. Yeah. Yeah, you're
That's the meaning of
authentically.
life.
Yeah.
Because you and it's like being authentic changes.
Mhm. You're fluid. We are fluid.
I never did DMC, I never had to. I never felt the need to.
No, it's so I don't know. This is a good question, Kurt, because I know how I have my DMT.
Yeah, it's right
uh,
there.
my car accident when I was 14 and a half. So I died and left my body and then saw my guides and it's I saw my guides and then they showed me the path of the ego, which is attaining and gaining. So that's to the right. And this is masculine. it- And then to the left would be the path of the soul. So then I came back to my body and was very different. So yeah.
Yeah, everyone has a different experience, and
Yeah.
some people try to force it, and
Yeah.
we spoke about this the other day, like, some
Yeah.
people try to force the awakening, you can't force awakening.
No.
You could
Don't.
do all the things you want, you
If you
can try hard, like, it's not going to
no.
happen if it's not meant to happen.
Mm-mm. And if you force it, you're gonna break it. So our kundalini is energy. So
Mhm.
you don't want to break the chain, so to speak. So um yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
like, we
Absolutely.
yeah, we went through I went through several awakenings,
Yes.
um you're gonna know if you're awakening. Like, you're not going to ask yourself if you're awakening. Now, if you're aware of the awakening, that's a whole
Mhm.
another question.
Mhm. And how is it there there's the and many people feel awakening is you're I feel like those of us that are here to awaken are born awake, and then
Mhm.
we sometimes fall asleep through conditioning and then reawaken. But there are many stages, like you said, Kurt, of ego death, change. You've got to be willing to learn the art of detachment.
Yeah. Alright, you
Yeah.
wanna meditate and get out of your body. Okay, Imma ask you one thing. What is? Because 'Cause I've been there before. I've been there before. When I wanted to do things, I
Yeah.
did it.
Okay.
When I focused on, like, getting out my body, I did it. But I didn't know why I wanted to do it. So I'm gonna ask you, why would you want to experience the awakening? Why you wanna experience out of body?
That
And
is.
that's gonna bring you to the bigger picture of your reason for doing it. Because some people just wanna do it because they see it and it's
Mhm.
popular, and I did this in 2015, 16, like, it wasn't popular. It was like it was out
No.
there, but it was, like, limited. It was like, okay, YouTube was here. Um, but you don't
Oh,
gotta do it to prove that. You don't gotta
nope.
prove it. You don't gotta
Nope.
prove you don't
That's
gotta prove it.
that's ego.
'Cause you're gonna see it. Like, you're gonna see, like, when you let yourself go, when you let that
Mhm.
part of you go, like, "I'm gonna prove something. I'm gonna get this thing. I wanna."
Yeah.
Because you proving it to yourself, what you gonna
Yeah.
do, tell people or make you more hired? No.
No, you can't prove.
If you're not ready, ooh, you're gonna open some gates and you're gonna see yourself. You're gonna see the dark parts of yourself
So
on
true.
why you can't see right now. Because you can't see right now because something's blocking you, and they know that you when you see it, you're gonna be scared
Mhm.
and you're gonna run. That's why some people run back to their what they used to, like their religions or their what they was doing before, because
Mhm.
they saw something and they got scared.
Yeah, it's not for the faint-hearted. So
Mhm,
because you see the real world, you see the realness,
mhm,
you see what's really going on, and it's a lot of
mhm,
information. And some of the stuff that I saw in 2015, I was like, "Yeah, all the buildings are gonna be like everything's
mhm,
gonna get built up." And then I saw
mhm,
COVID and then all of these things.
mhm,
And you see it like 5 years before or however much many, and you feel like you're going,
mhm.
woo,
Yeah.
crazy, but you're not. You're
Mhm,
being initiated into how to tune in and navigate your energy. So,
mhm.
yes. So you want, and then you'll see, like Kurt was saying, well, you'll see some spirits. Like,
You alright, from my experience, I'm not going to talk about someone else. Alright, I got spiritually attacked. I went through spiritual attacks. I went
I did
through,
too. Yep.
losing a lot of stuff, losing
Yep.
people.
Yep.
I even like it was a dream where the whole city was like flooded. Like I'm like, hold on, a big storm come, a whole city flooded. I'm like, okay, is this like a premonition? Is this going to happen?
Yeah.
Like I kept that to myself. I'm like, other people they'll freak out online and they'll just go do 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 do. Oh my gosh, a storm's gonna come. Like
Yeah.
you gotta know how to regulate and protect yourself. All right,
I yeah.
before you wanna do all that, you wanna know how to protect your energy, your aura. That like, I would tell anyone who's beginning on the
Mhm.
spiritual path and wanna dive into a lot of stuff, get into protection and grounded, like
Yes.
ground before you
Ground.
go to the higher stuff, because when you go to
Mhm.
the higher stuff, you're gonna wanna give away a lot of stuff. You're gonna wanna lose family. You're not gonna be balanced. You're gonna like feel lost. I've seen a lot of people when they give up a lot of stuff and quit jobs. I'm like, no, don't
Mhm.
up and do it. Be grounded. Think about it. Use the
Yes.
masculine and the
Yeah.
feminine together, like
Mhm.
and create something.
Some people are super grounded. Have you
Yeah.
tried has he have you tried becoming vegan? Because if some people are super grounded, then I'd say lighten your body a bit. So, if I'm tuning in correctly to this energy, to
Uh,
your energy, then I would say, um, change your diet. So use go into the light body a little bit more. I wouldn't go straight to. I mean, I wouldn't go straight to a drug. The best way to do it is I would go to nutrition first. I would go to
I
veganism. Some people don't in
you
our
need that. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
but I know what you mean though. Like I would cleanse, like
Mhm.
like
Cleanse.
cleanse. But
Yeah.
then it's like because what I heard was like more breath work, more meditation, more
Mhm.
controlling your mental, like slowing down.
Yeah. I would definitely say that I was not grounded for a while there, and
Mhm.
it was not it was you just feel a little more scattered, so you don't feel as centered, so then you go right into meditation. So but I've also seen clients who are taking ayahuasca or doing it DMT,
Yeah,
doing all these
yeah.
things, hape ceremonies, whatever it is. Hape is supposed to be a grounder, but you then I see them flying around like butterflies, so then they can't anchor any ideas into the earth plane. So there's no actual practical skills that can be built. So number 22, the builder, master builder number. So you want to be grounded so that you can implement your gifts. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And how did you meditate? Listen to meditation music.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Focus in on you doing that, like you doing what you want to do, like out of body.
Mhm.
'Cause that's what I did. Like
Mhm.
I obsessed over it. And
Mhm.
then I did it. I was like, "Oh, I kinda wanna" like, I was looking at videos, I was like, "Okay." And then one day, I'm up in the air, and I see myself sleeping. I was like, "Oh, snap. Wow."
How how did you get back? How did you get back in?
Um, I just, like, kinda fell down, like, I just
Mhm.
kinda went down. But one day, I got scared because I felt
Mhm.
myself coming out of body, and it's like a death. It's like a near-death experience because it felt like
Yep,
that time
like
when I did it the second time, like, knowing, because I never did the separation part. I never felt me separating. I
mhm.
wasn't never aware of me separating. I was
Mhm.
always aware of me being out. So when I was aware of me separating, oh, I got scared and just went back.
Yeah. I feel
So,
that sometimes I'll click if I feel a little energy on my third eye, so
um,
that's
yeah, so
me.
when I came back, that kinda scared me. I was like, "Dang," then I was just like, stopped doing it, like, "Okay, well,
Yeah.
I'm doing it."
Um, so when you wanna astral travel, which is what I feel like you're insinuating, that is a whole nother you're asking a lot of questions about that, but that's a lot of, you wanna make sure that you definitely have a point of ground, like a point that you can come back to your body.
Oh
And
oh, yeah.
it's something because I just naturally kind of fly around, and so I don't try to go out of body. I try to stay in my body, but
Yeah.
I think it's different
But
for all of us. But
yeah.
yoga is another way for that helped me tune into my third eye and the connection.
Mhm.
So yoga helped a lot, which I have to move. I have to move my body.
Yeah.
So a lot of times for in order for me to do different to manage my energy or when I had pain before, I would do yoga. So that helped a lot with the honing in on that kundalini energy because each
Mhm.
sutra has a sutra like
Yeah.
this is a grounding technique.
Mhm.
So each sutra has a way to help like like an electrical circuit with a house. It has a way of grounding you.
Mhm.
So yeah. That helped me a lot. So
Yeah, because it's not just you going out the body and playing ramp. It's like, no, you some people got out of body and never came back to the body.
they
And
don't.
it wasn't and they were supposed to come back, but they didn't come back. Like,
Yeah.
that's how people get stuck in comas and,
Yes. I've
yeah, a lot of stuff. It's not like to be played like, "Oh, I'm gonna get out of body."
No, because you literally need someone. You need to know how to
Yeah,
come back.
come back. Yeah, and if it's your even if your spiritual ability, because we got different abilities.
Yes.
Like, I can walk in people dreams. I could walk in other people's dreams or bring them into my dreams. Like, that's, like, my gift that is
Wow.
rare that other people don't have. Like, I dealt
Mm.
with other people, like, other dream walkers who could do that stuff.
Mm.
So you gotta know that's why you gotta know what's your spiritual gift, like, and hone it
Yes.
and practice it and
Yes. And
refine it.
each of us is so different
Mhm.
that, and then we all have different origins.
Yeah.
So
What's
that
your refine
yeah, that would play into the different origins of where you're from, would play into what gifts you have. Like Elvis came from a star realm where a lot of these performers, they came from, like, I keep saying, like, 11th or 12th dimension, like
Mhm.
these star people that would come from those faster realms where you have to alchemize that electric energy, and you might
Yeah.
be electric yourself. I'll even say, like, Bob Marley. You just watch
Mhm.
the guy and you're like, you just carry that frequency.
Yeah.
So it's all about knowing your frequency.
Yeah.
So it's like Kurt, I don't know very much about dream work and dream. So when I hear people that do, I go, wow, because yeah, I'm very much awake here, very
Mhm.
much crown and third eye like dominant, I would say. And so I have a
Yeah.
lot of visions and a lot of things like that. So
Yeah.
during the
But
day, yeah, yeah. So, but zero spiritual. No.
no, everything is spiritual, like, even the mundane stuff. Like,
Yeah.
even the mundane stuff is, like, spiritual. Everything is spiritual. That's when you open your eyes, when you're like, "Oh, everything is spiritual."
Yes.
Even the spiritual experiences, like, but you meeting someone, you, getting a certain job, you,
Mhm.
traveling, you going, experiencing, everything is spiritual.
Everything. Yes.
Okay,
And
so my advice, if you want spiritual experiences, go get a mentor.
do what?
Go get a mentor who's
Oh
gonna
yes,
teach you.
absolutely. And then
Like, that's the grounded, like
yes, and apps, and then tune into videos and frequencies, like even this video. Tune into things that are going to keep tuning into the frequencies that you want to emanate.
yeah, yeah,
So then you will emulate them. So keep. I mean, anyone who's on this path is spiritually thirsty.
yeah.
So
Like, if you have a desire for it, then you're a spiritual. I mean,
mhm.
you're already awakening
Yeah, yeah,
if you
yeah.
saying, "I want to," so you're
You might
tricking
be.
you're already awakened
Yeah.
if you're saying you wanna do it.
You might be awake already, and
Yeah,
the
you are.
mind's going a little bit of, yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's just a matter of just relaxing and asking the universe to show you some signs. So, like Kurt was saying, why? Who am I? Who am
Mhm.
I?
And then
For 3 months I did that. What's my
mm,
dharma? What's my dharma? What's my purpose in India? So what's my purpose? 3 months, 3 months,
mm,
3 months of that
mm,
mantra. And I was shown. I was shown.
mm, yeah,
And you're alone a lot. In order to be receptive, you must be in receivership mode. So
yeah.
you can't be you can't always be in the crowd, or you're going to lose that reception.
Oh, been to India for 6 months? Oh, okay.
Hmm. So ask what's my dharma? What's my dharma for 3
Mm,
months? Do that for 3. You've got do it for 6 weeks.
mm,
Do it for 4 weeks.
yeah.
See
Do it
how
once you wake up.
yeah,
Mhm,
do it. Just have it as a mantra and let the
mhm,
universe bring to you soul family in the form of books, YouTube
mhm,
videos, butterflies,
mhm.
people. Yeah. I mean, Wayne Dyer. Do you know Wayne Dyer, Kurt?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He came to me through a YouTube video. I was like, "Who's this guy?" And I was married at the time, and it was when I was 33, so master number
Mhm,
33. A lot of us awaken at 33 or have some sort of pop at
mhm,
33.
mhm,
And he popped up and his speech started going. He was speaking about Patanjali and all of these different
mhm,
teachers, but he glitched on divorce. And I was like,
mm,
"Oh, I got to get a
mm,
divorce." And it was the
mm.
same marriage I told you, Kurt, that my cells lit up around my neck during
Yeah, wow.
with that person. So I awakened at the same time he did. So it was very interesting. He came in like, "I had this dream we were in India," and I was like, "I did too.
Mm,
We're getting a divorce." But yeah, because I was taken
yeah,
out during that lifetime, which a lot of us have had those things.
yeah.
So,
She
um,
is we
huh?
stay young. The spiritual journey, we stay young. She is young.
Absolutely. Yeah. I am I say I'm ageless. Yeah.
Yeah, ageless. We
Yeah,
boundless, ageless.
because like
Mhm,
you literally are but I was just gonna say that I'll go back to the Wayne Dyer thing. Then as I kept following these divine steps, what's my dharma? What's my dharma? So I
mhm,
did the divorce. I did split up, and that was hard
mm,
because I had to deal with there was a ghost in the building and I had to deal with,
mm,
it would come in and scare my dogs and I'm like, "What? This is all happening
mm,
now?"
mhm.
So you have to stand in faith and not fear, but I was crying and breaking down and that's when, ghosts they like or entities, whatever you want to call them,
Yeah.
they only go to those who do not stand in faith. So if you're in and that doesn't mean you have to be religious, by the way, but
It's like a
yeah.
knowing. I like to say that.
Mhm.
I don't know, knowing.
Knowing, it's a knowing, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just not being in fear zone. So you're like, yeah, I'm not phased by this. So,
Mhm,
but that takes practice. So, yeah. So Wayne Dyer did show up again because he talks about a butterfly in one of his speeches. He
mhm,
talks about
mhm.
the monarch butterfly and how it flies from
Yeah.
all the way down from I think it's the North Pole down to
Mhm,
Belize or the South America or somewhere. He's like they're paper thin, and his friend Jack, that was his favorite
mhm.
um, thing to talk about was the butterfly, a
Yeah.
monarch butterfly. So he'd written a book because Wayne used to write a lot on in Hawaii. So he would written a
Mhm,
book and would go out and meditate, and he'd written a book about his best friend Jack. So that same person, and Jack literally this butterfly came and started flying around him. So we go, well, why is what's the universe? And it's like this butterfly landed on his finger and would not leave after he wrote that chapter about his best friend and the butterfly.
wow.
So 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 then he was on his finger and he was playing with it, and that's just Wayne's way.
Yeah.
So, but on October 24th, 2016, no, 2015, I went out and I'd been meditating and I'd been alone. I'd been,
Mhm,
in a separation, and a monarch butterfly landed on my finger.
mhm,
So, so, and I have the photo. I was like, I'm
mhm,
taking a photo of this. So it's it is. The universe is working for you at all times. Even if things are hard, that might be a reason to let go.
Yeah. That's the initiation when it's going
Absolutely.
yeah. I look at initiation, I'm like, "Okay, what is this teaching me?
Mhm.
Okay, everything's not gonna be easy all the time."
Mhm.
You know, polarity, like, okay, one side, the next side.
Mhm.
Okay, how can I make the difficult things easy?
Yeah.
How can I
Yeah.
make it more easy, you know? Like, sometimes we gotta take on the challenge, like, cause our soul, like, on the soul level, it's like, "Oh, we love the challenge." But, like, in the 3D, it was like, "Oh, no, we don't want no challenges," but we're like, but
Yes.
if I didn't get hurt by that woman, I wouldn't
Right.
be here. I wouldn't know the lesson now. I wouldn't have the wisdom, so sometimes you gotta take on
Mhm.
those things like, "Okay, it happened."
Yeah. And it's a lot of times when we shed like the snake, the skin, it's like I
Mhm,
relate everything to nature, but like when we
mhm,
shed that, something better is coming. So
mhm.
humans don't change unless there's some sort of chaos before.
Yeah.
Let's be
Mm,
honest. You can't
you got forced.
we don't. Yeah. We're like, I think, you know, I'm a little uncomfortable. Then we get into this like tiny space.
Mhm.
We feel like crushed in a sense.
That's why you gotta exercise it. That's why I say it's like a sport, it's like a muscle, it's like
Yep.
you being aware is getting out of the program,
Yeah.
of the automation, of the waking up and doing something that you don't wanna do. I'm like, "Okay,
Yeah.
why am I doing this?"
Yeah.
Like, sit there, like, "Why am I really doing this?" Like,
Yeah.
is there other options? Is there other pathways? That's why everything is not set in stone
Mm-mm.
because there are different timelines.
Mm-hmm.
There's like infinite timelines. Like one timeline you going left, another timeline you going right. But it's like, all right, you changing. Like you changing it up.
Yes. So if you're in disbelief, and this is kind of you're not going to see what you cannot see, what you not do not believe in.
Mm, yeah. And that's where you gotta go and really open your intuition,
Hmm.
open your knowing, like, okay, I gotta know it's something.
Yeah, that's it, it's you literally have to believe it to see it. It's not the other way around. It,
You gotta see it to believe it. A lot of people gotta see it to believe it. Like, I gotta see it.
yeah, right.
I gotta see the plane fly to know it fly. But
Yes,
that but
that's
that's
what
a great example. Alright, the people who built a plane, the first plane, they didn't see nothing fly.
the right
They had
road.
to believe it first
Yeah.
to achieve it,
Yes.
to
Yeah.
do it. Like,
Yeah.
believing is everything.
That
Imagination,
is
believing, and
everything.
they want to downplay the imagination. They want to suppress
Yes.
the
So
imagination, your power,
yeah,
and everything.
you're born an extraordinary human being, and to not believe and not even in healing your body, you must believe it to see it.
Yeah,
You must believe that you're going to be healed. And other times too, I've seen clients that it is their time to exit. So um that is just a soul contract that they made to exit the way that they have,
what
because
they think. Okay.
yeah, because I children do not believe, not some a child that has cancer or something does not, oh, just because you didn't believe that.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It
they
it
are.
it can like, yeah,
Yeah.
there is some certain content to it
Yeah.
of why people and that's why it's like you gotta look at soul level. It's like, oh, okay, something might be here like 5 years and then go, like, okay, they
Yeah.
exit. Like,
Th-
alright.
that's
Or
just
they're
their.
here 1 month or they here 100 years, or they here 20 years, or
We pick our entry
yeah,
and
you pick our entry.
we pick our exit,
Mhm.
unless we exit early on our own accord, and then we have to come back and do it again. So,
Unless you chose that, but see, sometimes you
yeah.
chose that.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, they wanna experience a whole they wanna see, but you
Like a
can't see it, you gotta be it, because you can see the higher level experience. I'd rather be it. You gotta become it. You gotta be like, "Okay, what is it?"
yeah. It's not in the mind, so you're never gonna think your way to this.
Mm,
So,
yeah, you're not yeah.
mm-mm.
It's because once you
It's
think it,
becoming the
it's
observer.
like it's like Peter Pan when the movie, right?
Yes,
He was
absolutely.
flying, he was feeling the good thoughts. He was feeling the good thoughts, imagining, and he was in the air. And then once he like got in his head, he fell down
Absolutely.
because he got in his head and he was trying to think. He's trying to think like, oh, I'm in the air. Oh, that's where he fell down.
Yeah.
So you gotta feel it. You gotta go. This is when you go in the heart, and this is when you go into your inner child and go from that point of view to do the unbelievable things like
Yes.
flying.
Yep. Some of us are here to, and we can even bring in astrology and different your numbers,
Mhm.
your birth dates, your life path number. But
Yeah.
there's a lot of things that I can see with my third eye people's past lives, so like where they've been.
Mhm.
So a lot of times that will tune me into like, oh, this person is very Lemurian. Or if you've heard
Mhm.
that Kurt, like those
Yeah.
the I do this a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
So the different Lemurian, Atlantis, like the different places a lot of us have come from or have been.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, so I can tune in and like I can read realms pretty well. I'm
Yeah.
kind of like one of
But
my
don't give me information here. Uh, I'm gonna send one of us a message and we'll do all that stuff. Like, don't put your information.
huh?
No,
Oh,
I'm telling.
yes.
Don't put your information here.
Yeah. Okay. You read the comment. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Right. Reach out to one of us and
Yes, reach
yeah.
out. We both I do sessions. I'm sure Kurt does sessions.
Yeah. I do
Mhm.
like I do the energy work
Yeah.
alignment,
Yeah.
and she does her energy work as well.
Mhm. I work
But
mostly with women, but I do
yeah,
also
tell us what you do. Yeah, tell us what you do.
I will tell you what I do. So, I do women's workshops and I facilitate in reading collective energy and alchemizing through the heart and through meditation the energy of the room. So alchemizing because we all come together for a reason. So each like each person that comes to each group, there's
Mhm.
a different energy signature within the group. So I will go in and then and it's not me, it's the channel, and I
Mhm.
will alchemize and help with that. And I also do one-on-one sessions, um awakening sessions. So
Oh, so you do group sessions.
hmm?
So you do group sessions.
Yes, yes, yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's my favorite because then you can reach more people and you
Mhm.
because it takes about the same amount of energy with a one-on-one session as it
Yeah.
does with a group. Yeah.
Mhm.
So for me, I am from the USA and so is Kurt. Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah. I like that. I like the group thing
Mhm.
because you
Yeah.
can reach, like you say, you reach more people by using the same amount of energy, and then
Yeah, and that's another reason to use these platforms is because God, my humor came in, and I was like, "These platforms, like shoes."
Yeah, yeah,
Another reason to use these platforms is to reach more people. It's
yeah,
to um, allow those that can see to adhere to the knowledge and just kind of feel the energy and feel
yeah,
welcome and feel like,
yeah. Because you never know who you're gonna run into. Like,
oh,
let me tell you, from the point I was awakened to now, I connected with so many people, on the internet, like, even
yeah,
in off the internet, like, I was like,
thank
"Wow, it's connecting people." Like, and I was just me, I was just sharing my own experience. I wasn't like, "Oh, do this, do this." I was just sharing what
yes,
I went through.
yeah,
Thank you,
yeah.
thank you.
I instantly connected with you, Kurt. I was like, oh, well, we do both do alchemy, and I started out as the heart alchemist, and then I was like, well, I see star beings,
Mm,
uh, and then I just remember I tuned into your energy, and when I do, it's more of like graceful, gentle, kind of like,
mhm, mhm,
is that family, soul family?
mhm.
And I heard like, yes.
Well,
So, yeah, yeah. So many people on. You just don't know who you're gonna run into,
yeah,
but the universe is conspiring for you to meet who you're meant to meet and to be placed where
yeah,
you. They will come to you. So it's like, or you go to them, and it
yeah.
seems random, but it's not.
It's
It's
not random. Like, yeah,
mm-mm.
when I get that nudge, see, when you gotta listen to the nudges, you're like, "Oh," like, the nudge to go back live on YouTube and
Yeah,
connect with more people, bring people here,
yeah,
um, create a stage for people. Like, I'm of course a platform, of course a stage,
yes,
so people can shine light. So, 'cause we're stars and we
yes.
on a stage. So,
That's it. That's it.
mm,
Mic drop.
yeah,
Because life is a stage, and
yeah.
more for the more of us star seeds that and star beings that come on up, and that doesn't mean like star like what we're talking about Hollywood and stuff. We're talking about
Well, stars in the sky that shine. Well, that's why they call them the stars because they shine, but they're
yes,
not the real stars?
no,
No.
no, and we. It's okay to tune into that
Yeah,
frequency, yeah, and it's all right.
things
Some
are
people
changing.
think the spiritual path you have to be like
No.
yeah.
You could be in Hollywood. I know people in Hollywood
Yes,
who are
better.
awakening and stuff like that. I know people who in the music industry, they awakening, but they gotta move a certain way. They can't
Yes, you cannot.
get caught up in certain and
Yeah.
be controlled.
Yes, because if it's ego based, you're gonna fall. You're gonna
Yeah.
lose your
You gotta use the ego, a part of your ego, like this.
a little
You gotta
bit.
use a part of your ego to protect yourself.
Yes, that's
Like
true.
your ego is protect your soul,
Yeah, yeah.
to protect your soul. Because if you let go of the ego and let people do whatever, like, okay, let these people run over me, let me sign this contract, let me say yes, let me do this, that's why I'm like, no, the armor is the ego.
That's
So
true.
you need both. That's why some people I'm like, "No, you need the masculine and the feminine. You need both of them. You need everything at your disposal."
Yeah.
Because we look at ego as bad because we're seeing someone else use their ego in some kind of way. But if you trust your own heart and your own spirit and you know who you are, you
Mhm.
can use your ego for your own beneficial and not be in messed up situations and let
Yeah.
people run over you and let people talk to you any kind of way. That's how
Yeah.
you protect. 'cause you know your heart.
Yes. Actually, that's a lesson I had to learn in LA. Yeah, is ego is good. Like,
Yeah, ego is
else
good.
you can't go out there and be completely open.
Yeah,
No.
you know?
Mm-mm.
I seen, like I seen the most spiritual people that was open fall into some dark stuff,
Oh
like
yeah.
some real dark things, and they did some real dark things that I was like, "Wow," and I was connected to this person. I was like, "Wow." They really went over the edge
Yeah.
and can't come back. I was like, "Wow." Like, so
Can't come
they
back.
they they
Explain.
could like, they can't like, they ended up in jail, in prison
Oh,
because
okay.
they
Yeah.
did some real dark stuff. Like, I was like, they thought somebody was, um, I think, evil or something, and they did something to them. I was like, "Wow, okay." Yeah, they went
Oh.
off
Oh,
the
I see.
rails. See, they went off the rails with that, and
Okay.
they yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, you gotta use part of logic. You gotta use everything. Don't
Yes.
You gotta use your body, you gotta use the physical. Like, we came here with all these tools to use
Yes.
and not throw them away.
Right. Right. So it's important to just have balance. I keep seeing
Yeah.
888
Yep.
as we're
Balance.
talking.
Yeah, that's
888.
the balance. That's the
Yep. It's the feminine and the masculine. So we 888.
mhm.
Yep. So, and it's really becoming very important at this time to recognize that in order to help the world, you need to be the light yourself first. So
Yeah.
it is not selfish to cater to the self.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Be some.
Yes,
Like
be
like,
selfish.
because, like, alright, us well, not nice people, because
Light workers?
good people, like, alright, people who got a good heart, stuff like that.
Mm,
Sometimes we gotta learn from the narcissist.
100%.
Like, we gotta, like, cause we all have both within us. We all have, like, that narcissist part of us that
Mhm.
can, but we choose not to do that.
Yeah,
Like, there's always a point, like, with me, that I can be that, but I choose not to.
right.
But I gotta use the protective tactic to protect my energy of a narcissist and not just lay down and let anyone use me.
Right.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
The Bill Withers song just came into my head. Dun, 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 dun.
Mhm.
Use me up. That song, Use Me
Yeah,
Up.
don't use me, like, don't
Yeah,
use me.
use me
Like,
up.
don't
Like,
use me up, like,
he wrote a
and
lot of
that's
songs
what
about that.
a lot of workers were doing in the beginning, like, "Oh, use me. I wanna help everyone." Like, I
And
wanna
that
give free
changed.
readings. I wanna read you, you get a reading, you get a reading, everyone get a reading. That's how it was in the beginning, and
Yeah.
then what we did, we learned our lesson, like, "Oh, I'm getting drained.
Yep.
Oh, I feel my energy being pulled." Like,
Yes.
"Oh, no one's, paying me how much I wanna get paid." Like, no one's respecting me. People calling me in the
Mhm.
middle of the night, people just messaging me, and they just,
Right. Yeah.
spilling all their trauma onto me
You're a garbage
until
dump, right?
we, you know,
Yeah.
like, said, "Enough of this. I'm going into my bat cave." And going into the dark and just, like, isolating myself and not doing none of this anymore. Like, I don't wanna do the spiritual work anymore.
I
Like,
did that
I'm speaking
too.
from me, and I saw, like, other people, spiritualists around me do the same thing. It's like we was all in the same boat. Like, yeah, we like, a lot of us like, "No, I don't wanna do the spiritual stuff no more. No, I don't want no service no more. I wanna do this other stuff. I wanna do something normal."
Yeah.
Because we didn't have those boundaries, like, we just put ourselves out there, like, trying to be superheroes and save the world because we was aware, like, "Oh," and then
Yeah.
we learned real quick, like, "Oh, nah, we can't save everyone. We can only give the knowledge, we gotta, like, save ourselves first and then give what we can." you know, in increments and not just give it freely, and then price our services right, so we feel compensated and we don't have to go back to work and we can live our dreams and
Mhm.
really help people on a bigger level.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the abundance piece too is there's enough for everyone. So
Yeah.
some people feel like they've got there's that lack mentality where oh, I got to get to this first because someone else might get to that. Hey, there might be an idea that drops in and someone else someone else uses it first, but they're the angels, God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, they're dropping ideas in your higher self, and it's just a matter of you to grab them and take it
Mhm.
and use your gift. So the abundance is looking at it as if it's the ocean. So there's an
Mhm.
ocean of abundance. What do you want? A tributary to get to you? Or are you welcoming the river? Or are you welcoming the
Mhm.
whole ocean of abundance? I mean, and some of us that are programmed from a poverty mentality or grew up with not in like
The
rich
best situation.
families, the
Yeah.
elite, right? Yeah. Though we kind of go, oh, geez, I'm awake. What do I do with how much I'm intaking and what
Mhm.
do I charge, right? Because
Mhm.
I'm not
Yeah.
used to, I haven't been used to, I don't like to use
How
the
much?
word I am without, I haven't been used to that
Yeah.
prosperity mindset. So
Mhm.
you start to look to Bob Proctor or people that,
Yeah, who did it? Mhm.
yes, who did it, who speak of abundance, who
Mhm.
did, because those are the best. You want to learn. You want to learn how to
Mhm.
you want to learn how to navigate the abundance mindset
Yeah.
because it's, I don't want to say mindset, but the abundance energy.
Energy, a
Yes.
frequency. It's more of a frequency
Frequency.
because let me tell you,
Yeah.
the like the poverty is set up. They made it. All right.
Mhm. You're
I
right.
saw this video. I saw
You
this video. I
so
was like,
are.
and I thought about. It, I was like, they did create it.
Yes.
Like society did create the poverty, the middle class, and the high class. They made it. They constructed it so well that they put alchemy everywhere. They put signs everywhere. Buy things on sale.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
buy this. Buy that. So now you're buying. Now you're a consumer. Now you're just buying. Now you're just buying and buying, buying. I'm like, now you're just buying yourself into the poverty mindset because you
Yeah.
think you want more of this stuff and you don't know how to build the wealth like the wealthy because
Right.
they're not putting the information out.
Yeah.
Because
It's
it's one thing to think like wealth and stuff like that, but it's another way to act it. Are you actively doing things that the other people are not doing?
right. What would you say the first step to creating an abundant
Uh, the first
m-
step is hmm, clean out the closet.
right. Okay. Yeah.
Sell the things that you don't need.
That you haven't used in 3 months,
Yeah,
6 months.
sell everything that you don't need. And
Right.
another thing, find you gotta learn how to invest.
Mhm.
Invest in the stock market or invest in your dreams
Mhm.
instead of saving. You gotta learn how to invest because saving
Right.
is okay, but investing grows. It's like you're planting seeds now.
Okay. Mhm. Mhm.
And
Right.
another thing is, hmm, but you have to be aware of this one: how to turn your gifts into the abundance because you have it.
That's like a
Mm,
that's a mastery of that's a mastery.
Yeah,
That's a
like,
wizardry.
how can I turn my writing or my singing or my people skills into money? How can I serve people?
Yeah, yeah.
That's the abundance. How can I serve people?
Mhm.
How
Yep.
can I help
How can
people?
I That's the one phrase I use before I go into sessions or go into groups, go into arenas, you
Mhm.
know, is how may I serve? How may I
Yep.
serve?
Mhm.
And then I've noticed with certain people or women that I've met, it's the
Yeah.
receivership that gets that it's like they there's an unworthiness or a feeling of going,
Mm.
"Oh, am I worthy of that?" And so it's more or less going, "You are worthy because you are here alive as a human being." So that's
Mhm.
where the
Yeah.
worth lies. It does not
Mhm.
matter if we really cut to the chase. It's like you get paid to be you if you
Yeah.
allow that to come through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you
So
gotta get then to get it's like you gotta have to really program yourself to trick yourself, to program yourself,
yeah.
to change yourself to become abundance because it's not just some little thing, it's gonna have to become your life. It's gonna have to become your habits,
Yes.
your way of life.
You literally
Have to
just
live
like
it.
yes, just like we were saying earlier when the gentleman was asking about how do I become
Yeah.
spiritual? It's the same thing. It's asking you go to the wealth mindset, the
Mhm.
abundance mindset, the things that used to kind of that take turns people off sometimes in that
Yeah.
spiritual arena. They're like, "Oh, that's not spiritual to be wealthy." It's like, "Ah, there's a belief." There's a
But
belief.
it but it's like it's deeper because it's a lineage.
Yeah.
So if your lineage didn't grow from that, didn't
Mhm.
come from that, are not used to that, you're gonna take it on. So like people don't know it's not just our stuff that we're dealing with. We're dealing with thousands of years of bloodline lineage trauma that you
Right.
can't heal overnight. Because one thing, let me tell you, it was I was in the selling game. I was in the like eBay and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I made the most money I ever made, right?
Mhm.
And then something within myself clicked
Yeah.
and it triggered me to have that much. I was like I was triggered by having that much money. And you know what
Ooh,
happened? All that money went away.
it went away. There
I
was
stopped getting the sales, like, and then that's when I went into my spiritual, like the real awakening. I was like, oh,
mhm.
so you could like I was looking at Bob Proctor and stuff like that because I was with companies who was promoting that that mindset. But I'm like, no, it's actually more than a mindset. It's a energy, a traumatic energy that maybe a shaman can take this off. Like
Yeah.
that you gotta alchemize that. Like I can't see it. Like
Mhm.
and it
Mhm.
was like a cycle. I was like, oh snap. So like money would always trigger me. Like even um it was only
Money as a trigger.
last year, like the pivotal part of the money situation. Cause I would be triggered by money for some reason. Like
Mhm.
just around it. Like, but I've had abundance mindset, had this, I
Yeah,
thought I
yeah,
did.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But the triggers was still underlying.
Yep.
But it was like last year where I really turned it around and really broke through it. Yeah.
I felt that because in past lives,
Mhm.
many of us have been offed because we had money, or
Yeah,
we associated, even signed vows of poverty in
yeah,
contract, soul
mhm,
contracts. So either
yeah,
we were monks or we were sold we signed soul contracts, vows of
yeah,
poverty, things like that, that no longer resonate with the energy we have now. So
yeah,
and then our ancestry, when you're talking about that, I look to my right and my left, my mom and my dad, and
mm,
those before them, and I go, well, that did they have a lot of money?
mm,
How is that in my cell? How is that in my DNA?
yeah,
What It's deep. Like you said, it's deeper than it's deeper than the mind level. Absolutely.
mhm,
It is. It's ancestral.
yeah,
Yes.
'cause I
Yeah.
because when I started, when I lived with my family and I was aware, I read in I was digging deep in astrology,
Mm.
and it said most of your family skips out on their dreams to work.
100%.
It said it right there, like, they ignore their creative gifts
Mm.
to get a regular job, and I seen it around me, I was like, "Okay, I read it here, but I'm seeing most of my family not do what they love because they choose to work," and I'm like, "Nah, this stops with me." I'm like,
Yes.
"No, this stops with me." That's why I'm like, it's bigger than just me. This is when the ego comes crashing down. It's bigger than me.
Right.
Like,
So
this journey is bigger than me, and I'm finally learning that, like, I'm finally, like, really grounded in that, like, "Okay, it's bigger than me, but I gotta be in a healthy space, I gotta be in a peaceful space, but
mhm.
it's still bigger than me that I must help my lineage get out, and
Mhm.
it's through helping other people
Mhm.
and tapping into my own creativity."
And just talking about that, I see links just being broken. Just
Yeah,
breaking the chain. Just breaking the
breaking the
chain
chains,
of
like breaking free.
yes. Yeah.
Like, I'm about freedom, I'm about breaking free.
And that's what light workers are here to do. I just
Mhm.
generalize with that light work
I know
term.
what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah. Yeah. Is we're here to be sovereign beings. We didn't come here to be ordinary. We came here to be extraordinary. So so when you're given when you are born in and you know that, because you know it until you're about well, I'll say about 7. The
Yeah,
7
like
7 is when your
yeah.
hard programming starts to dictate your life. When you're programmed at 7, it's 7 and your brain kind of starts to really run on those programs of your parents, your mother, your father, your teachers, all the
Mm,
stuff.
yeah. I think you're in the middle, I think 'cause I'm thinking back, I was, like, in the middle
Yeah,
of,
between 3 and
like,
7.
knowing and being programmed, like, knowing
Yes,
and being
yes,
knowing, but being programmed, but I
yes.
was always in the middle where I was like, I was never fully programmed, like, no,
No,
'cause
like,
I'm
I'm not
using my imagination. Cause think about all the creativity you doing as a child, like, I did as a child, like, oh,
mhm,
just creating and stuff like that. It's like, okay,
yeah, yeah,
I was always like, I was walking to school creating stories in my mind,
yes,
using my imagination and just walking to school and then like,
right.
"Oh, this is fun." Like, "Okay."
Yeah, and you kinda I noticed that a lot of star beings and people that are inspired to live differently, we get born in and we're like, I looked at my skin and I looked in the mirror and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I wonder what I'm gonna look like this lifetime."
Yeah.
It's like, and then you know things that other people don't know, and then
Mhm.
have gifts that others don't. But I feel like so many kids being born in right now are like that. So that's another reason why consciousness hitting
Mhm.
on a high level is so
Yeah.
important. Yeah.
But I can say this, it always been here. Like, I don't believe that
You don't
this
believe
is
that
what
it was
like, this is, like, the
less?
special time. Like, I think every time was a special time. Because if you look back,
Yeah.
you see how special moments happened.
It
Like,
had
if
to
you look
happen.
back, like, wow, like, they made a plane back then. Wow, they made a car. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yes, yes.
women were always in power. Like, I don't know, I always feel like when I tap into, like, women energy, and I I cringe when I hear, like, women say, "We was always oppressed." I was like, but when you look back, I was like, I'm looking, they was always in power. I'm like, I saw some women do some amazing things. It was always in power.
Yeah. I'd say I'd say Eleanor Roosevelt was really great, really big in
Mhm.
my and but
Yeah,
also in a lot of Native American tribes, they're matriarchs. So
yeah.
so like
So
Buffalo Calf Woman and like, you know,
yeah,
we could go back. I think everything when you go back, everything had to happen as like you there are different timelines, but
yeah.
every century,
Mhm.
when we're on the Earth timeline,
Yeah, yeah,
had it happened just as it was meant to happen. And so
yeah,
you're right, each time is special.
yeah,
Yeah.
like, each like, that's why I cringe at the New Earth. I'm like, no. Like, if you think about it, there always was a new Earth, but there was always a new something,
Yes,
but
it kind of has
it
gotten a bit.
it gives me, like, waiting for something. I'm like, "No, do it now."
Yeah,
Like,
it
they
is.
waiting for something to save them. I don't believe, like, something's gonna save. I'm like, "No."
Yeah,
Like,
the new. That's the thing about the new Earth thing is
yeah,
it's become egoic,
yeah,
like a forced.
yeah.
It's like winter
I'm waiting for
scissors.
the new one.
I'm looking for the new Earth. Yeah, no, you are the new Earth. So just you are
You
whatever you
you
are.
gotta bring it out.
Mhm.
Like, before, like, that's why I'm like, back then, I get so much inspiration from back then. Because
Yeah,
my ancestors showed me how they made nothing, but they made
something
something.
out of
They made
nothing.
something out of nothing, like, they
Yeah.
didn't have no internet, they didn't have, like, some of them had, like, some barely even phones, like, they didn't have cell phones, they didn't have, like,
Mm-mm.
so they had to be at the right place with the right people to create the right things. They
Yes.
really had to be in alignment.
Yeah. Do you feel that technology is can hinder the awakening process?
Yeah, yeah, because it's like
100%
you
distraction.
ru yeah, no, like, yeah, it's like a distraction, and then it can just distort you.
Yes.
It's like a lot it's like you'll trust technology before you trust your own technology, because we are the technology, like,
Yeah.
when you were saying, like the stage and stuff like that, alright, these are the cameras.
Mhm.
This is recording everything. Your eyes are the camera.
Yes.
It's recording it.
And
Then it
this
goes in we create the Akashic records, like, what you're writing, like, you writing the book or even just writing or just even talking to someone that goes into the Akashic record. It's like a record of what's going on.
Yeah. I feel like technology when used in the way that you want to use it
Yeah,
as a tool
yeah,
is amazing. But
yeah.
do I feel that people are addicted? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So as a collective, it's um I can know that that dopamine hit to go,
Yeah,
you know, and I don't want to go into like that. It's a distract and retract kind of thing, but
Mm,
I do feel like just be aware what you tune into, because it's like, of course we can't always be in our third eye or always be on, but like
no.
enjoy life, right?
Yeah,
Enjoy life, enjoy.
yeah.
But be mindful that you might miss some signs. This is a huge step in awakening, is being able to sit alone in a room by yourself, and
Without your phone.
yes, yes, and know your inner compass. So know,
Yeah,
yeah, know who you can speak to, know who's speaking to you.
yeah.
That's when I feel like the gifts come in for me, is when
Oh, yeah.
when at times I was forced to be alone, and I was like, whoa,
Mm,
wow, okay, this is their gifts coming in. Okay, I'm gonna put a candle on instead of my lights.
mm,
I'm gonna turn off
mm,
the internet. I'm gonna,
yeah,
you know, or even like I have done just give your stuff away and move somewhere.
yeah.
Was I completely grounded at that time? Probably not. But
We all
that,
been there. That's what I'm saying. It all had to happen.
yes, you kind of have to go through it.
But
Yeah.
yeah, but and then I saw some people follow other people to do it. Like they go to Costa Rica or they go to somewhere else, like because they see someone on the internet speaking and telling people to
Yes.
come, and they go drop their whole life to run over there.
And
That's when it becomes dangerous.
that's the danger zone. And there's
Yeah,
another
it
song.
happened. It
Yeah,
happened. I'm like,
because
oh,
it's you think, you feel that that's the
yeah,
way, but the
mm-hmm,
way is not, that may not be your way. So
mm-hmm, yeah,
so I always wait for divine confirmation within my field.
yeah,
So I go, okay, I've seen this person that has a business in Bali, and we keep
mm.
running into each other at the most random times, and at the post office it's empty and she's there and I'm there. And
Oh,
I'm
go
like,
for it.
yes, yeah.
Yeah, they go for that. Yeah.
Yes, that's a go zone, but I didn't.
Mm,
I went back to what was comfortable, familiar,
mm.
and this will happen during your awakening. You'll go back to
Oh, yeah.
certain
Yo, oh,
energy.
yeah, we go back to the comfortable. Oh, yeah, we go back.
Yes,
We
it's
and
you'll
you know
go
what?
back.
Sometimes going back, you gotta go forward. Like, you gotta go back.
Absolutely. 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. We'll live together, the
But
opposite
it's not even
attracts.
going back because you're going with different knowledge. Like, you're going with
Yeah,
some wisdom. So
you
you're
carry.
going forward. You're still going forward.
You're right, yeah. Cause like, now I know. It's like the more you know. So
No.
experiencers, yeah, the more you know, then you're ready to go. So,
Yeah.
yep, because
Like,
yeah,
okay.
and it hurts. It hurts emotionally. It will hurt,
Mhm.
but you're empowered, because your emotions can really motivate you, guide you, move
Yeah.
you. That's what they're there for. So that's when I see people that suppress them, I'm like, no, be wild. No, but
Yeah.
it's okay to experience a litany of emotions. Like I've kind of looking at grief a bit before,
Mhm.
and the stages of grief and how people go numb, because we're all
Yeah.
going to experience that.
Yeah.
People go numb, and then they go through this anger phase.
Yeah.
They don't know what to do, and but anger gets such a bad vibe, and I'm like, no, 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 no. As long as you use it in a way that's propelling you forward, it's so
Mhm.
much better than apathy.
Yeah. 'Cause you
'Cause
could you gotta get your life together to see that anger, like, "Okay, I'm tired of my own stuff. It's time to make a change." Like,
Yeah.
"Alright, Imma use this to make something happen." And
Mhm.
that's what happens, like, when people get tired of it. Like, I was tired of being in my own situation. Oh, I got anger, and I
Mhm.
got anger, and I was like, "Nah, I am no victim. It's time to get
Right,
my own place.
exactly.
Like, it's time to get my own car and my own place. Cause everything let me tell you, everything my reality did not like, my credit was not up to par. Um, I had something with my license, and I worked my magic. I got my credit right
Yep. Yep.
above, like, 700, like, I was like and my license went through, and then the car came, and then my apartment came. I was like, "Oh, snap." Like, it just went right after another, like, I was like, "Oh, this is, like, divine alignment." Like, "Okay, I gotta follow through." Because
Yes.
when I got those things, it felt exciting and then uncomfortable. Exciting, uncomfortable, because this is my first time living on my own.
Mhm.
I was married before, I was living with someone before.
Mhm.
I was always with family, or
Or
I was
marriage.
married or with
Uh-huh.
someone.
Mhm.
So this is like
You're
this is
living the
like jumping out the
dream.
window. This is like and I'm like 38. I'm like, that's my first time. I'm like,
Yeah.
"Okay, this is like
What
major lesson for me."
that's I bet it happened fast. Did it happen fast? Yeah,
Yeah,
I bet.
back to like
Yep.
I got the car, like, in October. I got it October, November, and then I got the apartment in December, like, this month or last month. It was, like, back to back.
Congratulations.
Thanks, I was, like, back to back, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Okay."
So
Yeah,
there's
magic is moving. Okay.
yes. The magic not to tap not to what is your magic that
Oh, what's
you
my magic? What I
yeah,
did? Well,
without like without,
I was
revealing
lighting the I was writing stuff down, I was lighting the candles,
mhm. Like
I had, like,
writing
some
down
oil.
your manifesting your
Yeah. I was writing down, like, what I wanted, and then I would light candles and let that go, um, for, like, a few days, like, a few weeks and stuff like that, and then this thing started, happening. I was like,
aligning. Yeah.
"Okay, yeah."
So, yeah, cuz that's so interesting. I I have something with my license too.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I've had car accidents, so many in my past.
Oh.
But so I just was like, I don't want to drive for a while, but it's funny now that you're speaking about licenses and things like that.
Mhm.
Being in the city, you don't need a car, but I'm
Yeah,
like, I'm ready for a car. Like
yeah,
so it's the same as manifesting like your you just do it.
yeah, just do it.
Yeah.
Like, how it happened for me, the information was coming to me like a video.
Uh-huh.
Like, the video popped up, like, cause I was, like, looking at credit, I was looking at different things. I was like,
Mhm.
"Dang, how Imma fix this?" I'm like, "How Imma get this?" Like, it gotta be a way. And
Yeah.
then I ran across the video, ran across a lot of information,
Yeah.
and I just started using it. Once I implemented and just started doing the action, like, my manifestation starts when I take action on
Right.
what I know, what I learned,
Yes.
and that's when the magic happens, like, "Alright,
Yes.
things are falling in place. Okay,
Yeah.
you take the action, and we'll do the rest."
Yes, and I believe that a lot of people skip the action part. They're like, ah,
Or
I'm
they
just
ever do the action, and, like, it's not gonna come. I'm like, well, some things do come, like, little small things do, like, someone, like, I don't know, money just dropped in the account, or someone sent you money. Like, things can happen like that.
hmm
Or,
like
like, someone call you about the like, cause I was reaching out for a car, they didn't have it, I was like, "Oh, man." Then I was looking at some other ones, and
Other cars.
the same guy who didn't have the car had a whole 'nother car,
Yes.
and he and like, I didn't have a car, right? So I couldn't drive. This car was in another state, so they delivered it to me. I was like, "Oh, okay. I don't gotta go there." I'm like, "Okay." So, like, different things like that, like, oh, the
You
more I
gotta,
learn,
yeah, be open to it.
be open and
Yeah.
be open to learning, be open to studying
Being a
and
student.
stepping out your own world, like, step out your own world and go into like, I wanna go I'm diving into more of the finance world, like, getting credit, getting business credit,
Mhm.
getting, properties, because I really wanna help people, because I know people who live in hotels. Like,
Yes.
I'm down
Yes.
here and I'm hearing this, and that's why I love, like, working a little bit, because 'cause I'm getting to know people instead of being
Mhm.
isolated. So
Yes.
me working, I'm seeing the issues of what's really happening
Yeah.
in the world and not me with the blinders, like, la, 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 whatever. No,
Mhm.
like,
Mhm.
we're not gonna do any work doing that, no. Well, I'm not well, I'm talking for me, I don't know about anyone else. I'm more than me doing the roses and butterflies and
Yes.
Candyland. Like, no, I
Yes.
need to go out there.
For me,
I need to
I
go out there.
I'm out a lot. So a lot of times I see so much and I go,
Yeah,
"What can I do? What can I do? What can I do?" And they're like, "Get start to create, start to do what you
yeah,
do."
you could do something. Like, yeah, like, when I hear, like, entrepreneurs and business owners, they do things for the people who are out there. I'm like, "You
Yes.
know what? I wanna help women. I wanna help people." So,
Mhm.
what I gotta do, I gotta step in that world. I gotta step in that resource and be a resource to get, like, credit to, you know, go in the business world and get
Right.
property that I can rent to people who maybe don't have the best things, you
Yes.
know? That's how I look at the world now. I'm like, so coming
Yeah.
down here really changed my perspective, like, "Oh, you can help like this, you can help like that."
Mhm.
Like, don't limit yourself, because you know, us spiritual, we kinda like the finances and stuff, we kinda put that, like, we ignore that world. I'm like, "No."
We go I just go, I already know my bank account's good." And then I go like I'm just flying on faith at times, and then I'm like, "Wait a minute," cuz you kind of
Mhm.
know the secrets of the universe in a sense.
Yeah,
Um but you want to really like those of us that want to do good. We
yeah,
a lot of times I know along my path I've met people that I have judged as greedy. I'm like, "You're what?"
oh, yeah, yeah,
So that I feel like money's an amplifier. So
yeah,
I know in the right hands of the right people, it's just
yeah,
gonna it's just gonna be an expansive thing rather than
yeah,
but to put actual money in your hand, sleep with it. Like be
yeah. I know,
be with it.
yeah, like,
And
and
let
me
it
doing the
trigger you. Let it, like you said, it
yeah,
triggered you.
yeah, triggered me before, but then
Yeah.
I was having dreams of me having the money. I was like, "Oh,"
Yeah.
and then, yeah, that like, my dream that's what I'm like, my gift is really going to the subconscious mind and doing the dream, like, that's where the real healing worked for me,
Mhm.
was I
Mhm.
was healing myself in my subconscious in the dreams. Yeah, because a lot all the work happens in your subconscious, like, once you
Right.
break through and get to that subconscious and rewire stuff and heal yourself,
Mhm.
that's what
Mhm.
I did. I did
Mhm.
a lot of healing in the subconscious.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like I had to do that for my
Mhm.
physical health and my
Oh, okay.
emotional health.
Yeah,
So then you can also do that for your wealth.
Yeah,
So,
you can do it with
but
anything. You can
anything.
do it with
So it's
everything.
yes. So manifestation is it's such a hot term, right?
Yeah, I don't even big it up anymore like that. Like I don't put it up there. I put it
Mhm.
in here of more of a mission. Not
Ah,
me
okay.
trying to manifest. Like I'm like, no, what's
Uh-uh.
part of my mission to do X,
Yes.
Y, Z? What's
Yes.
gonna I need the things, the tools that help me with my mission. That's
And
how I'm
your
looking at it now.
that's like such a it is such a yeah, they're the tools for the mission. They're
Mhm.
the tools
If
for
you
the
think
mission.
about like you said, the light workers and knowing why you're here, like when you know why you're here, like, okay,
You know the
what the
why.
tools around me to make it happen? I need the tools to make it happen, you
I
know?
need the tools and I don't need the rules.
Yeah, what the rules well, there are no
There
rules
are yes.
because people are not like me tell you, the people who are playing by the rules are they're suppressing themselves.
It's
The
true.
people who are like got a lot of like these stuff, they're not playing by the rules, they playing some other rules, like
Yeah. They're on
and they
another
making the rules for the other people.
exactly. It's a
There are
matter
no
of
rules. Like,
no. That's all like the programming.
yeah, and that's when I really dive into because like people would like to put a bad rap on like chaos magic when
Chaos?
we been yeah, chaos magic is just magic with no rules.
Mm.
Like no one is telling you how to do your own magic,
Mhm. Mhm.
like your own rituals or whatever you're doing, writing or like no one's giving you a
So, I'm
set of
thinking of
rules.
yeah, like when you said that Tesla came to mind like
Yup, yup.
this like it's
Mhm,
divine and
mhm,
that's how my awakening was. It was like I was so electric when I was 14 or 15. I was like, "Woo." So I'd be up writing at night, like, "Woo, da, 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 da,
mhm.
da, da." Like
So
I
you're
couldn't,
really channeling oh, you got it.
but the adult self, the adult self, these
Mhm,
different selves, we have to like play
mhm.
roles a little bit because we have
Yeah,
to adapt to our environment.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That self like being in the city now, I had suppressed a little bit of that,
Mm,
like you call chaos magic. I
yeah,
called
yeah.
like my electric connection, where
That's
it's
the
like,
same thing.
yeah,
That's the same thing.
where it's like, no, no, I don't care what time. I used to put tape over the time. I was like, I don't care what time it is. It's just, it is happening now. These
Yeah.
these dreams are coming in now,
Mhm,
so the time is now. But
mhm. You
so
know what you could do? 'Cause I just seen it. I saw you with the copper, pyramid. You could protect yourself in that environment with that,
with
like
copper.
copper. Yeah. I know I
Someone
just saw that.
someone said that to me a few years ago because I have all the clairs. So,
Yeah. 'Cause you need a 'cause what? You need a conduit. You
yes.
need like a your electric, you need like a
Yep,
conduit to
to ground it.
ground. Yeah.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
to like ground, but it's like protecting you from the outside frequencies and stuff like that.
Yes, because I'm like I think I've only met one other person as sensitive as I am and
Mm.
she would have seizures and things and I was like
Wow.
but I could
Wow.
see her on an energetic level and I was like
Yeah.
but we both dance and we both move, so
Yeah.
movement huge, but like you're right. Someone was like someone came to me in a natural grocery store and where they looked at me and they were like some older Asian woman and she said, "You're"
Mm.
she goes I was like, "Ah, I'm Kelsey Starr." I was like, I don't know why we need to talk. We need to talk." And she goes, "You need copper." She's like,
Mm.
I have copper. She's like, I wear copper and I have
Mhm.
copper. And I was like, where am
Get
I?
some copper.
Exactly. I'm like, where do you get copper? I guess I'll ask the universe to give me those signs.
Look online. I
Yeah.
mean, look online, go to the stores.
I used to
Mm.
wear kind of a lot of scarves, things around my head so that I
Oh,
didn't.
yeah. You gotta protect it.
Yeah. You gotta
Yeah.
totally.
Like, yeah, like, yeah.
Yeah. It's it is a spiritual, you kind of go through those different phases where things worked and then didn't. We
Yeah.
kind of go, they didn't work. But for
Yeah.
me, you're right. It's about, I'm such a like such an electric energy. Like
Mhm.
my friend calls me a hummingbird. It's just like zzz,
Oh, yeah. You
just
going
like
so fast.
yes,
You
and my
gotta slow
frequency,
down.
yes, yes, my frequency is very fast. So um yeah, that anchoring would
Yeah.
be, yeah. So copper would be a good anchor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if I don't have like, usually I use trees. I'm just like,
Yeah, like, if you don't have that, then you need something else. You need copper, you need
mm-hmm.
these other tools to help us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. In the city, that's why I have the umbrella. I'm just like,
Yeah.
because there's so much going on
Mhm.
that that I do not want to pick up on. One.
Yeah.
Two, I'm an empath. We are empaths. So you also don't want to feel those emotions. So I'm always clearing and like
Yeah.
that. But I'll get home and just be like super tired or super, you
Yeah.
know. Mhm.
Yeah.
So I mean, I could be in the middle of
Mhm.
the desert with no one around and still feel energy. So
It's all around.
yeah.
And that's how you just know how to naturally protect yourself. It's like, I before bed, I call my energy back.
Oh yeah.
I put a shield over myself. Um,
Mm-hmm.
no matter what, every day, just shield it. Well, sometimes I forget, but it's like I'm doing it until I can subconsciously do, subconsciously
Yeah.
protect myself.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
gotta shield ourselves. We gotta like know the protection. That's why I'm like, no
Mm-hmm.
matter like, especially if you're going higher, you gotta really protect because you're like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah. And not being naturally that at that frequency. My
yeah,
lesson, my lesson in my life has been knowing, yes, to
yeah. Shield it. Like how you do the
shield
energy
it.
work for other people, I do the energy work on myself.
Yeah.
So,
Yes. Even on
cut
these
the
lives,
cord.
yeah. Yeah, I'm like sometimes like if somebody'll come through, I can feel, see, hear their energy.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
All of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I was reading
Oh
a
yeah, him.
mhm.
I blocked his energy out. I was like, I blocked it, but I can still read it.
Yeah. I kind of blocked it cuz
Mhm.
he was asking so many questions that I was like, "Shh."
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've learned how to do that just kind of automatically. So,
Mhm.
mhm. But you like get amplified by lives, right? And I kind of go to sleep. Afterwards I like kind of have to take a nap.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, sometimes I get amplified. Depends how I am. Sometimes I'll get tired.
yeah.
But
Okay.
when I get tired, it's not like a draining, it's more of a upgrade, like, "Oh,
Yeah.
time to go to sleep, time to upgrade." Like,
Yes.
"Okay." And then I'll wake up in the
Absolutely.
middle of the night like, "Okay."
Yeah. Yeah. This I feel like this has been, so we've went over so much.
Yeah, this was like
Look, we're
not even
like,
all over the place, but it's like
yeah,
alignment.
it is. We're at 104, so we're at an hour and a half, right?
We
Around
are an hour and 44 minutes.
what? Guess what that is? The 144,000.
Wonderful. Oh, wow.
It's a Hopi
Okay.
prophecy. So yeah.
Okay. I
So
guess we
that
can leave it here. Look,
yeah,
one.
let's leave it here.
Alright, look. See
All
y'all
right.
next time. Look, subscribe,
Subscribe to
share,
us.
subscribe to her channel.
Yeah,
What's your
Kelsey.
channel? Say your channel.
It is Kelsey Star Enlightenment. So
Mhm.
yes, and my channel is I have a couple videos from a long time ago. Um, and I will be posting more. And
And
yeah,
your Instagram too, right?
yes. And that is Starlight Worker Goddess Isis. So Starlight Worker underscore Goddess Isis. And that is who I channel from my higher self. So that is we learn our soul essence. And that's
Mhm.
what I was shown. So yeah. So
Um,
that's the Star Sirius.
uh,
Yeah. All
Thank
right.
you for joining.
It was good to be on. Everybody, peace, love, and infinite light. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye, Kurt.
Right.